Hey guys, it's Friday, August the 14th, 2020, and I have a special guest today. Oop, there he comes. There's Tate. Say hey, Tate. All right, so Tate doesn't talk. I think he's smiling underneath there, and he doesn't see, but he loves to laugh. He loves to cuddle, obviously. That's what we've been doing for a little bit since he ate, because it's almost bedtime, even though it's only like 6 o'clock. He likes to sleep from about 6 to 6, which is might change here soon. He goes back to school in a couple days. I'm not sure what his schedule is there. I think they get him up earlier, but for now he's going to enjoy the moment. There's only a couple more times I get to hold him till he goes to school. So he's 18 and has a lot of disabilities. But I was thinking about a story today. I'm going to be closer to the camera. Dealing with someone that was blind in the Bible. In John chapter 9, it never gives the guy's name or anything, but it's John. I'm just going to read 3 of the verses. Basically, the whole chapter I think is about this blind man and his parents and his some Pharisees and the disciples. I'm just going to read the first 3 verses. It says, "Now as Jesus passed by, he saw a man who was blind from birth, and his disciples asked him, saying, 'Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?' And Jesus answered, 'Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but that the works of God should be revealed in him.'" Now I could go on and on about the story that in this whole chapter, but I want to talk about the first 3 verses and basically focus on a couple things. One, it says there that when Jesus passed by, he saw a man who was blind from birth. So, for one, he acknowledged him, and he also knew that he was blind from birth, because Jesus had as much knowledge as God, because he knew it. he knew a lot, and a lot of times he just said things certain ways, I'm sure, to provoke a story, so they can get the Pharisees kind of to make things interesting, I guess, so you can teach them a lesson. And but Jesus, the good thing about acknowledging someone that has a disability is that they're being acknowledged. A lot of people tend to stay away, and they're intimidated by special needs kids. And it's something I hope that anyone that has kids teaches their kids the proper way to handle a special needs child. Obviously, some of them can be violent or whatever. That's rare, but you have to be cautious around those. But for the most part, they're loving. They want attention. But in verse 2, it says his disciples asked him, who sinned, the man or his parents? Well, first of all, it couldn't have been the man that was blind, because he was born blind. And secondly, his parents. To Jesus, he's like, neither. He's like it's basically God, that the works of God should be revealed in him. It wasn't the cause. It wasn't the cause that made him blind. It's the purpose. It's the purpose behind him being blind that had meaning, and is what God. God doesn't make anything. God knows everything, first of all, and everything. He forms us in the womb, and so he doesn't make mistakes. So there's a reason Tate was born like this, and the obvious answer, which if you know him, is because he is his impact on people is greater than almost anybody with normal vision or normal able bodies. He reaches more people than I could ever reach, or my wife could ever reach, because he has a lasting impression. He's loving. People just remember him and always want to know how he's doing. And he can't obviously talk to them and show them Jesus through his words, but he can at least show Jesus how Jesus forms everything, and forms everything for a reason. And I think, that's basically what Jesus was trying to get across to the disciples here, and even to the Pharisees, who started questioning about a lot of things about, healing them on the Sabbath and all this other stuff. And of course, Jesus has a lot of good answers. Well, he has all the right answers. I just thought it was interesting that, for one, Jesus acknowledged them. Jesus already knew about them. It's kind of like how God knows us from we're in the womb, from when we're conceived. He already knows exactly what we're going to be like, exactly what we're going to go through. And he knows what Tate has to go through every day. He knows what trials he's going to go through when he goes to school. He knows he's going to have to go through some new protocols when he gets into the new classroom and the new COVID agenda. But, the Lord will take care of him, and the Lord will protect him, because the Lord created him and made him who he is. And we're not worried, but we love him. And say bye, Tate. Yep, that was a squint. That means bye. All right, guys, y'all have a great Friday. Tomorrow's funeral, and we'll see how that goes, and we'll maybe have a video about what happened. Thank you so much.